Hello guys, welcome back to another my live stream. So I'm playing Genshin Impact again. अगर भाई मेरे पास से नहीं आ रही तो बता देना.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
मैं कॉफी कर लेता हूँ.
Albedo, how did everything go? Really? So, how do you feel? She? So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves! You've got an unusual family. Devouring the berry. What? Of course. That's what friends are for. Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report. Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom? Venti, you're back. Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink? Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern. Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no... isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be... Kaniche?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teak. Pretty shocking. But it's Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? No, surely that can't be right.
Hey there, you two. Fancy...
Yeah, Dad! What the heck? Trading...
Yeah. Charlotte and I... Either I got lucky... If I had to quantify it, I'd...
Huh? Him? Lenient? Ugh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit...
You mean all those fake headlights?
Sure they do. For instance, considering the amount... But in reality, rest assured, no Saurians were harmed in the process.
Oh, okay.
It was a pretty open and shut case. In my testimony... But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle... I appreciate your...
Kaniche the speechless! Kaniche the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to... That how thing that popped out before. Or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Could be.
Not acclimatized?
Too bad he can't come out to argue back. There's nothing physical. Apparently, it's forbidden to...
Paimon's been down.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a how wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the... Looks like I remembered correctly.
Wow, this is a...
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da! But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away. Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one. Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasy?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontanian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers.
Co-construct? Well, that...
Nope!
Huh? Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production!
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such—
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement. As you can see, I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet. So let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Vanity—
Huh?
That's right. The one, after much persistence and many— Not only is our adorable mascot
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sense. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exact. Thanks to this unexpected—
That's right. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take— for anyone feeling inspired to set up a By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, everyone needs to eat. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our... Look over there!
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your person.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now. The sheer lack of standards here will be the ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later, bringing...
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh,
Wait, has that...
no, it's just...
Huh?
Just before we started setting, it didn't look like something from...
Oh?
Do you think of
That's what I assumed, but I didn't see... I trekked all...
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of them before even addressing the question of what was actually... Thankfully, the ever-reliable... And...
Wow, that's a...
Mind if I ask what...
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you... give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch. Something like this.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
Sorry. I know it doesn't really look like a gun, and it certainly could shoot...
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just...
I should be the one thanking you.
Don't mention it. Besides...
Not at all. Oh, dear. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun. Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruin. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions. Perfect. Or, if you want to catch up with your friend.
be epic.
Oh, man. Bro! Are you mimicking me?
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? Ah, I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a...
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a sec.
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Cuckoo. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait.
It's
Right. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology. Even if... Anyway, long story short,
So, you got...
He is. It's his first time traveling, so...
Even though it's your first time to...
Right. But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you.
In theory, nothing in that case,
So, if he was here, we'd...
Aoife, there's nothing... You're a bit...
You think that's what I'm... Anyway, suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so...
Let me guess.
Bro.
Not me.
Oh, that... So that's why he hasn't
That, plus he's already...
Nice one.
Oh, no, bro. Or rather... Did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good... I may be able to fly up pretty... As for Aoife, well...
Now...
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty... I'm starting to picture him flapping through a...
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome...
For real now?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never...
All right. Everyone's an awesome sword. But our priority right now...
Leave it to us.
You sure?
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you...
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right.
There you go. If he...
Nothing new there.
What's all that commotion?
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh, no. Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again. Oh, you know one another.
He's a friend, yeah. A saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Nouvel.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I am not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the sorry?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! It must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words,
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
he really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh, no. when I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let...
For real?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's...
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go.
You don't look disappointed in the slack.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay, problem solved! All right, let's catch up another day.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
There'll be an extra.
Can we play Vampire next time?
He's a silent son.
Traveler, ready to join the Cheval Moran film fantasy? No problem. Traveler, ready to join the Cheval Moran film Fantasyland crew? It's time, dear. As I mentioned, of course, we for our
long-term operation? We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival... As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on, which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler? Yep, come on, we can, you mentioned standardized
Of course. If we're not, and others might pick, to avoid confusion,
Wow, but if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely...
hopefully it goes without saying that I also wanted you to...
Oh,
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. You're in... All right, then. Let's start with... Both.
Paimon has it.
Great job. They'd be. Some have even
Out of their own...
That's right. The cost of take our... Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her These cushions will officially... Sounds... After all, the more Mora ends up in...
Oh,
Still, the same logic. Once we finish this, there's plenty of... There's a recruitment section. Once assigned...
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? Just don't... All right, kind... particular employee is really getting into their role.
In any case, running a theme park is a long-term project. We're just... Well, building up to draw in the crowds, I've invited one of... She'll be...
So,
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location...
hey there, Scott.
Oh, the president... I'm guessing you want the Traveler to help me decide the...
This is... But... Just imagine...
Now, here's the twist. To get the most based on research. So give me some Now then, give me your hand. Oh, your hands are A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right. I've refined the mint X, but if you... as I'm sure you've... As their who knows? The morale boost might even...
Oh? For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work.
Then there's no...
That's a great... Looks like... The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the...
We should be able to...
That's right. An attraction... When that happened...
Whew. Huh? Thinking about it, we have...
Oh, not it. I imagine... But don't let...
Whoa, from here on...
unique aroma. All right, then.